What's up guys, Duelum here. Today, in part 3 of our resource management series, we're going to be talking about gold and training mats, the two biggest bottlenecks in the game that I see people complaining about every single day. So if you're ready to have more gold than ever and more training mats than ever, let's get into it. I haven't seen too many people complaining about training materials lately, but I know some people do have that issue. If you didn't know this, you can go to the arena store and buy 20 L3 training modules for 500 arena credits, because there's honestly nothing better to do with them. This is what I do, and I've never had an issue with training mats ever in Marvel Strike Force. Now that you have extra training mats from buying them from the arena store, this is how much I usually spend about a day in gold on each toon. It's about 5 levels on the lower levels, but once you get to 90 and 95, I usually do 90 to 93 in one day, and then 93 to 95. This makes sure I'm not over investing with training mats and running out. One of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of MSF players make is taking toons that are no longer in the meta to 7 gold stars. This is a waste of gold. Every toon you take to 7 gold stars is another 500,000 gold. That's the equivalent to 2.5 G18 pieces that you could be buying from the supply store. It's not worth it to take toons like Thanos, Phyla-Vell, Magic, Anti-Venom, Bishop, Silver Surfer, or any of these other toons that are on this list to 7 gold stars. The fact that I didn't take any of these toons, and it's a total of 46, means I've saved 23 million gold over the span of a couple years. And that doesn't sound like much, but it does add up overall. And imagine if you had 23 million extra gold to use right now. The biggest mistake I see all MSF players make with their gold is over-investing in toons they don't need to, especially for content such as raids. I see people taking Pegasus all the way up to 95, Gear 17, possibly even Gear 18, and it's just not needed. They will do perfectly fine at level 85, Gear 15 in Incursion 1.6, and when Incursion 2 comes out, all you have to do is upgrade them a little bit to the point where they're going to work, and don't bother upgrading them all the way to the point where you can sim. Take some time out of your day, play the node so you can save that gold. I've also seen this issue with the Invaders. The Invaders are a really good team. The problem is they just don't do a lot of damage and they tend to time out. I'm currently doing raids 1.4 in Incursion, and this team does perfectly fine and can sim nodes 2 and 3. I have some alliance mates that have Gear 15, level 80 on Union Jack, Iron Fist World War II, Cap America World War II, and Bucky Barnes, and they're able to do the raids just fine. So the sentiment here is stop taking your raid toons so high when you don't even know how high they need to be until you test them yourself. The other types of characters that I see people over-investing in Marvel Strike Force are going to be the PvP toons. Toons that we use in Cosmic Crucible, Arena, and other game modes where we're going against other commanders. Toons like Spider-Weaver, Deathpool, and Icarus are all great candidates to go to level 95. But if they are not struggling in the content that you're playing in the bracket and Cosmic Crucible that you're playing in, what's the point of taking them to level 95? If your Spider-Weaver is doing everything she needs to do in Cosmic Crucible and everything she needs to do in War at level 90, what's the point of taking her up? If you're not satisfied with the results you're getting, then take them up, but that's a personal choice that you need to make. Personally, Icarus at level 90, 7/7 has done me wonders, and I have no intentions of taking him to 95 because I don't think it's worth the 4 million gold. The mistake I see people making is not being picky enough with the characters they want to take to level 95 because they see all these content creators taking everybody to level 95 even when you don't have to, because they're playing in a bracket that doesn't even involve us. They're in Masters in Cosmic Crucible, they're all the way in Diamond in War, and it's just things that doesn't involve us, so you need to be pickier on who you take to level 95 and you'll have a lot more gold. I know after watching this video a lot of you guys are going to ask, but what's the point in being picky, right? There's not much of a point. A lot of these toons would benefit so much from going to level 95. I did some math and I looked at the toons that would benefit from going to 95 and that I'm kind of on the fence about taking to level 95. And I was able to save 80 million gold by not taking any of these toons to level 95, even though it would benefit me a little bit. Because as of right now, they might struggle a little bit in some game modes, but they still get the job done. So are you willing to spend 80 million gold just to not struggle a little bit and have to think a little bit less and maybe sim a little bit more raids? I don't know if that's worth it. Now that we've discussed how to save gold in Marvel Strike Force, the question is, where do we spend it? The place I'm spending the most of my gold is going to be in the supply store on G18s. This could change for people depending on where you are in your game. If you're still chasing Apocalypse, like I said, don't waste your gold here on the G17s, just get into a better alliance. But I'm spending all my gold on the G18s for Super Scroll, and I'm even going to as far as spending 50 core refreshes every time the store refreshes to get more G18s. I'm even going to my roster and upgrading Pegasus up to level 85, Gear 15, because that's where I think they'll work for me. And if they don't, I'll reassess and build a little bit bigger. My next goal is going to be Tigra, getting her up and ready for the next trial to unlock the next new legendary who's yet to come. All right, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. To recap, for training mats, make sure you're buying them from the arena store every single day. Make sure you're only spending about 2 million gold leveling up tunes every single day. For gold, make sure you guys are not over-investing in tunes and under-investing to start, and then seeing if they need to be invested in more. Stop taking tunes that you don't use in the meta every single day to 7 gold stars, and start buying those G18s from the supply store and stop buying those G17s. And if you're struggling on G17s, get into that better alliance and you won't have an issue with that anymore either. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys find it helpful. Leave a comment down below if you guys don't agree with me, and I'd love to talk it out with you guys. If anything, like and subscribe. Until next time, later guys.